If y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, give me to 200 subscribers, man. Let's get it, let's go.
NBA D-Dawg is one of NBA YoungBoy's closest homies, but he's also a wild dude who caught his first murder charge at just 14 years old. After he got out of prison, he had the chance to switch up how he moved and start making legit money like YoungBoy. But then he crashed out again and got his own friend killed. This is the sad story of NBA D-Dawg. D-Dawg didn't come up in Baton Rouge like YoungBoy. He grew up in New Orleans, but when Hurricane Katrina destroyed the city back in 2005, his family moved to Baton Rouge. Not much is known about his early life, but he jumped off the porch at a young age, and it seems like his older brother Ben introduced him to the streets. On November 6, 2012, D-Dawg, Ben, and their cousin Juan walked up to a dude named Derek's house wearing ski masks and carrying guns. Earlier that day, Ben's girlfriend, Tamika, drove him to Juan's apartment to pick up an AK-47, a sawed-off shotgun, and a pistol.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. He's a crash out.
He kicked in Derek's door and started letting off shots. Derek's wife and daughter ran out the back door to call 911 when they started shooting.
Damn.
But Derek tragically died later that night after being rushed to a local hospital.
man. RIP in the comments.
During all the chaos, D-Dawg allegedly shot Juan 4 times on accident, so Ben and D-Dawg had to help him limp back to the car. They threw away the evidence in the gas station dumpster. Then Tamika drove him to the hospital so Juan wouldn't bleed out. The cops questioned Juan at the hospital, but he told them he was chilling with his cousins when he got shot in the drive-by. But after the whole crew got arrested for the hit, Juan flipped and agreed to testify so he could plead guilty to manslaughter instead of murder. Even if Juan stayed solid, the prosecution probably would have still convicted everyone. All kinds of evidence was found on scene. Plus, their DNA was all over the mask and the trash. D-Dawg's brother Ben pleaded not guilty to second-degree murder, but a jury convicted him, and he was sentenced to life without parole.
Damn.
But the situation wasn't so simple when it was time for D-Dawg's trial. According to his mom, D-Dawg got hit by a car while he was riding his bike as a kid, and after the accident, she said he started having behavior problems. A juvenile court judge ruled that D-Dawg had the mind of a 10-year-old kid and that he shouldn't be tried as an adult, but the decision ended up getting reversed. An appeals court said that D-Dawg's prosecutors found clear and convincing evidence that there is no substantial opportunity for him to be rehabilitated. So D-Dawg was tried as an adult and sentenced to 10 years in prison. An attorney for the parish said to adequately protect the public, he needs to be tried as an adult. It's highly unusual to take this action, but under the circumstances, I think I'd be remiss in not taking him over to state court to seek an adequate resolution. The situation was tragic, because if he got sent to juvie instead, D-Dawg would have been treated by a child psychiatrist and could have gotten better. But since the prosecutors pressed the court to try him as an adult, he got thrown into prison and was surrounded by hardcore criminals. Getting locked up didn't help D-Dawg calm down at all. He got hit with more charges while inside for battery on an officer and resisting with force or violence. According to someone on Reddit, they was locked up with D-Dawg and saw him fighting guards while he was butt naked and getting pepper sprayed. D-Dawg's wild behavior made him fit right in with the NBA crew though. YoungBoy ain't had no issues in the streets for a minute since he'd been fighting Fed cases and focusing on his career. But his come up was crazy and turned Baton Rouge into a war zone. After YoungBoy split off from TVG and his old homies, it started a beef that took lives from both sides. G-Money was allegedly killed by NBA Young Pap, YoungBoy's cousin Boozilla and his manager Dump were both murdered, and YoungBoy's girlfriend caught a bullet in the shoulder that was meant for him. D-Dawg has always been loyal to YoungBoy and was really about that action. In a viral clip from a YoungBoy show in 2018, YoungBoy points out someone in the crowd who was allegedly throwing stuff on stage. Then D-Dawg hops straight into the audience and starts throwing hands. Being ready for whatever might scare the ops, but it also gets the attention of the cops. And back in September, D-Dawg was hit with another attempted murder charge for a shooting that allegedly went down in 2018. He was held on a $300,000 bond and posted it a couple days after getting booked. But the trouble wasn't over yet. After he posted bond, D-Dawg got pranked by a comedian on the street and the situation almost went left. He was walking down the street with his homie when a comedian came up to him and said, D-Dawg and the other dude just looked confused. And then the comedian said,
I'm the original chain snatcher.
D-Dawg and his homie just kept walking and tried to ignore him, but the comedian kept following him. That's when D-Dawg turned around and told him,
I'm gonna get your ass. Hey, no, you gonna get up.
Luckily, the comedian realized he picked the wrong dude to prank and got out of there, because there's no telling what D-Dawg would have done. Then, in the same month he posted bond for the 2018 attempted murder case, D-Dawg got into a high-speed chase with the cops and ended up crashing and and killing his homie in the passenger seat. It's not clear why the cops were even after him this time, but they ended up finding a ski mask and weapons in the whip. D-Dawg got hit with a ton of new charges, including first-degree vehicular manslaughter, resisting an officer, and possession of a firearm. Now his bond is set at $19.7 million. Bonding out on $300K is one thing if your homie's one of the biggest rappers in the game, but with a bond that's almost $20 million, he'll probably be sitting in jail till his trial starts. The cops in Baton Rouge ain't happy that D-Dawg was let out on bond and ended up killing someone just a few days later. The police chief said, "We've dealt with him before, the same individuals. That is what I hear from our officers. We arrest them and have to deal with them again. Shooting incidents, murders, what's right about that?" Baton Rouge is a wild city, and apparently, D-Dawg's family has caused a lot of chaos. Back in January, D-Dawg's 35-year-old brother Cleveland turned himself in for murdering a 14-year-old kid named Dion Williams. Cleveland allegedly shot Dion multiple times with an AK-47 in a grocery store parking lot.
Damn.
And supposedly, it was because Dion was bullying one of Cleveland's family members. Cleveland admitted to the shooting, but he told the police Dion had a gun too. But when cops checked the surveillance footage, they saw Dion was unarmed, and Cleveland also shot at 3 bystanders before handing the AK to his homie and left the scene. Dion was a 7th grader and had just made the basketball team at his school. His mother Miranda said, "I'm going to really miss that I'm not going to be able to call him anymore. Me being a parent of a 14-year-old, getting calls saying it's your son being shot down, it really hurts. It hurts so bad." Dion was with his homie, Sean George II, when he was killed. And just a couple hours later, someone shot and killed Sean too. The police think the shootings are connected, but D-Dawg's brother has only been charged with Dion's murder. Cleveland already admitted to shooting Dion, and now that the cops know he wasn't armed, the situation isn't looking good for him. Cleveland probably won't be coming home, but D-Dawg might get out sooner than most people thought. NBA Ben 10 told Futures TV,
"Finna do some shit, you finna be home. You finna validate yourself to be home too."
It's not clear what exactly Ben 10 means, but rumors are flying that the guns and masks belong to D-Dawg's homie who died in the crash. But even if D-Dawg gets the weapons charge taken off his case, he's still facing first-degree vehicular manslaughter. Plus, with the attempted murder charge hanging over his head, it's not looking like D-Dawg will be free anytime soon.
Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, man. Give me to 200 subscribers, man. Let's get it. Let's go.